Hello there. Welcome to another Where's the Remote? Let's Talk Star Wars. Today we're going to be talking about The Last Jedi, Episode 9, Galaxy Adventures, and welcome to another Where's the How's everyone doing today? Are you doing, lazy? General lazy? Been smashing on Apex. Hey, Dr. Brystein. Hello there. Welcome to the live stream. How's it going? I'm going to be talking some Star Wars today. Just waiting on 2 more people to join me and make a start. Lazy, can you do me a huge favor, buddy? Can you drop the can you do an announcement in Discord? In fact, don't worry. Yeah, we got him. Thank you, buddy.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Luke? How's it going, man?
Not too bad, brother. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, not too bad. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been cool, man. It's been cool. I've been off work for a little while, actually. I had some holiday, so first day back today. But yeah, we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right, bro. What about you?
Yeah, glad to hear it, man. Work's been super good where I've been because of like turn of year and sales and stuff, but no, it's not too bad. Our CEO is coming down actually to the UK, so the CEO of all of the entire group collective is coming down. So a lot of people are panicking about like what they're going to say to him and present to him and stuff. So yeah, it's quite crazy in the office right now.
It's always a bit like it's always a bit long when that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
People just start acting up and stuff, like acting extra and so on and so forth.
Yeah, definitely. Lazy, I don't know why I asked, buddy. Yeah, I just ended up doing it myself anyway. But it's all good. I just need one. In fact, we can probably make a start now, to be honest, and then and when Alan A can join when he's ready, man. So we had like three things to talk about, really, which is obviously The Last Jedi, which I think we both have a lot to say about, and Episode 9, and that Galaxy of Adventures clip. So have you watched it, Luke?
Yeah, I've seen it, man.
Right, what did you think?
First time I watched it, yeah, I just thought to myself, hold on, what is this? What is this? I watched it another time. When I finished watching it, I was like, okay, did I see it right? Then I actually rewatched it again, like within like the last hour. I just thought, what a waste of time and what a waste of energy. Because this is like it's the start of something, isn't it? Are they actually going to be doing like some kind of series of this?
So it's like a mini like kids series they're doing where they're basically redoing scenes of Star Wars but animated style.
Yeah,
slightly changing them. So all the ones before had been okay, kind of mediocre. I don't watch them, but I've seen a few clips. But this one, they completely destroyed the character of Luke Skywalker, and they made him into a clown.
Yeah, I could tell. Like the fact that Princess Leia was just there saving him, like in pretty much every clip that they've done. But I wonder why they've done that.
So it's all down to like Kathleen Kennedy and Disney's agenda to promote strong women. So obviously, after Lucasfilm was sold to Disney, the owner of they're now like head of Lucasfilm was Kathleen Kennedy, and she's very much like she's a character who's basically all for like strong women and women's rights, and she's quite an activist in that sense.
Yeah,
which is to a certain degree is fine, but her views and Lucasfilm's views now are that you can't have strong women without demasculating men. Like you can't have strong women without having stupid men, which is just outrageous. And they've just kept
stupid.
It's absolutely stupid. But they destroyed Luke's character. It made it an immediate, which is completely wrong. There was nothing like that in A New Hope.
Yeah, yeah, it's a touchy subject, but I mean, I think, you know, promoting strong females is not an issue.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to demasculate men to do that. Like I suppose that's my issue.
yeah,
And obviously, Luke is iconic. He's iconic to the whole Star Wars universe. So, like, just to embarrass it, or yeah, to make him look so stupid in that, it's just like, oh, what is the point?
yeah, exactly. So a lot of people this week have just been in absolute uproar about it because it's just completely wrong. And it's another typical Disney Lucasfilm move, trying to promote strong women, which is completely fine, but they're just promoting them in the wrong way.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's what we spoke about last week, isn't it? It's, you know, it's fine to have content for all types of people, but you want to remember the original fans and so on and so forth at the start. You don't want to just tear that down. So
yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because they already started with The Last Jedi, which we're talking about today as our key subject. But The Last Jedi, that was the beginning of them destroying the character of Luke Skywalker, and they're just continuing that agenda. I don't know what Lucasfilm's issue is with Luke. They're just not happy. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, sorry, I come in late.
It's cool, man. It's cool. We just warm up.
Yeah.
I just got the bit about emasculating men to have women heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Have you seen that that Star Wars Active Heroes clip?
Yeah, I've seen the clip. I remember when we touched it last week, where we was talking about robot rights.
Yeah.
And not even a week later, the same thing I warned about, they're just doing it in that clip that you sent me. I mean, like I say, sometimes we can sound like a bunch of old men being too masculine, or toxic masculinity is what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I remember good sheroes back in the day, like Alien.
Yeah,
like Ripley.
Yeah, for real, man.
That was a strong character. Fantastic character. Yeah, the story was strong. It was about her character, her journey from the first one, where she was thrown into something. She was nothing more than a scientist or something like that. And in the second one, they asked her to go in there again, and she had a fantastic journey. That was the sheroes back in the day. They didn't need to make stupid men to make her good. She was just good by herself.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're just on we're on almost like a cycle now where like characters are being changed and introduced or just for the sake of doing things to be inclusive. And that's where like you lose like the authenticity of things, like and we see it in everything from, you know, it's not just Lucas, it's not just Disney, it's, well, I was going to say Marvel, but that's one and the same as well now. But everything like just reinventing characters, you know, and making them like female characters, which is, you know, I just feel like just don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Like, why not just come up with a new character that everyone can get behind? Why are we trying to just recreate, you know, different roles as women just for the sake of it? Like, I don't understand. It's just a bit of a rip off. That's what I feel. But anyway.
Yeah, but they never used to do it. So I don't know why they're doing it now. They had the characters back in the day were strong characters.
Yeah, bro, for real.
Yeah.
I'll throw it all the way back to Matilda, brethren. Matilda. Yo, Matilda was doing bits, man. Like you didn't need anyone pretending to be like. That's why I just feel like, you know, just can we not just, you know, come up with some genuine new characters that are female and just let them do their thing. Like, let's not.
I'll tell you what, Luke. We've got good female characters, but they've got to stop trying to teach us something with their message. We don't need their message.
What do you mean?
It's like they're telling us. It's like they're telling us women, women are this now. We respect them and this and that. I don't remember a day in my life when I never respected my mum and my sisters.
Yeah, for real. Do
you know what I mean? I don't need the TV to tell me. I don't need, you know what I mean? I don't need a franchise to tell me to respect the women in my life.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's deep.
I mean, I don't need their message.
Fingers at that one, man. I'm kicking it.
I'm looking for like some science fiction, some escapism, and some good stories. I'm gonna have to get Martin Luther King on here. It's the context of the character.
For real, man.
Yeah, we're going back to Star Wars now, and with Leia. So the thing is that Leia was a strong Shiro. She was a strong woman character.
Oh, she was brilliant
from the get-go. Yeah, she was brilliant from the beginning. That's why a lot of people
iconic.
Yeah, definitely,
absolutely. But for whatever reason, they decided to try and make her even. She was a badass before this, but they've just tried to. I don't know. They didn't need to demasculate Luke and make Luke into an idiot. They turned Luke into Jar Jar Binks in this clip.
Try
and make Leia even more of an important character, but it's not necessary.
Nah, and you can see why there's so much outrage from the Star Wars fan base. Because no one wants to see their hero dragged through the mud. No one wants to see that.
Really, there should be outrage with the women because they don't need this patronizing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like every new thing, there's a silly message going on. It's like, no, let the hero have a character, have the story. We get along with the journey of the story and make it good. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe in the past there've been too many male characters taking lead. All you have to do is have great female characters taking lead, but keep the story good. That's all.
Yeah,
definitely, man.
Lucasfilm doesn't understand Luke Skywalker.
Well, they don't now. Like you said, from the takeover, or since management has changed, we've seen that in The Last Jedi, how different Luke was as a character. Now to something like this coming out, and if this was, and this is definitely like Lucas art that's pushing this. This isn't like fan. This isn't a fan thing. Where's this Star Wars, whatever it's called?
No, it's legit. This is by Disney.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But like you said, maybe, who knows? We know that there was some disagreements from, Mark Hamill, when he was actually acting. In The Last Jedi, he had some disagreements with the director, and who's to say that they're just not like, well, you know what? We've got rid of the character now, so we'll do what we want, and we'll take it in whatever direction we feel like we want to take it.
Well, it depends what I'd like to know what direction that is, because after 8, I don't know what direction they're going to go in.
Would you guys rate episode 8 out of 10?
Would you say?
Would you rate episode 8, The Last Jedi, out of 10?
Oh, I thought it was terrible from the beginning.
For me, it's a 4.
I was going to struggle to give it a 5.
Mm.
I was going to. I'm there like 3.5.
And the worst thing about that, I think I criticized that film the most, and I gave it the highest score.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling with that because I was just so disappointed, and it's like I said, I had a problem with all the character development from the first one. Nothing really happened in development of characters; it just went backwards. But
yeah, there was no development. No one got any development.
Nothing happened. It was like, what's that pilot's name again?
Poe Dameron.
When are you gonna?
Oh yeah, keep forgetting his name. I wonder why. I mean, he wanted to blood the nose of the First Order and destroy half the fleet, and looked like no one even mourned for the death of half the fleet, and I was happy just to get a little victory. it was just had no heart, no character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was poor, man. It was poor. I think that the thing is, like, if you think about the build up to like the Star Wars movie, so you know, the Force Awakens, we hadn't had a Star Wars film in donkey's years. That came out, and for most people that saw the film, thought, you know what, this is decent. Like, okay, this could go places.
Yeah.
Obviously, a few perfect film. So like, you build yourself up, and you're thinking, oh, sick. Okay, next film's coming out now, and it's like they just dropped the ball completely.
Yeah, you're right. I thought the Force Awakens, they had a platform.
Yeah.
Where they had a platform. It was a base. It wasn't the best, but they had a platform to turn it into something.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'll tell you what it was. Going back on female characters, it was like they made a female lead and we had to love her. That was it. That's the only choice. And if you don't love her, there's something wrong with you.
Mm.
When you're meant to like the character, you know, because you like the character, not someone's telling you to like the character.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So when they come to the episode 8, it was like they were going on like, we liked all the characters already.
Yeah.
and as it went on, I started hating everybody. I was going, bring back Darth Vader. Even if you come back in ghost form and just you ain't using this thing, right?
In the original concept art for The Force Awakens, there was a concept drawing of Anakin as a Force ghost, but he was like half Anakin, half Darth Vader, which looked really interesting. People are speculating that might be the case in episode 9. He might return in episode 9, like we were speaking about in our last podcast, but in 2 forms.
That's interesting.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
That was good. What they should do is go to Star Wars Clone Wars and bring back Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, Ahsoka Tano, mate.
Now there's a strong female character.
It was heavy, man.
See, why didn't they like add those characters in? Why didn't they bring, you know, content from stuff that people liked and add these characters in?
Because it's time for old things to die. That was Kylo Ren's quote, wasn't it? It's time for old things to die.
Yeah, I've got a new
if you have to.
Time for new things to die.
I thought that was some Game of Thrones quote for a second. Then, you know, I was like, "Yo, that's kind of deep."
Yeah, but in Game of Thrones, that would have made sense.
Yeah, for real.
Because no one wants to see Ned Stark come back.
Nah, that was
Ned Stark died, and then magic happened.
Yeah, sure. Let's get lively.
We're still waiting for the Force in the film that introduced the Force.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Killer's dropped something interesting in the chat. He said there was a photo that he saw on the internet, and you could see a child in armor, and there were YouTubers who think he knows who he is, and they're saying that it's the Knights of Ren or a new villain that's going to be in the in episode 9. So a lot of people are speculating that the Knights of Ren are going to be the main villains in the film, because we haven't seen anything from them. We've only seen what they look like in flashbacks in episode 7, but we haven't heard anything from them. So there's a lot of speculation that they might be the guys. So if that's the case, then I'm hoping they come down I want them to come down like a proper solid group. Like if you guys have seen Naruto, like how Pain operates. Like,
yes.
If you ever come across Pain on your ones, you know it. That's it. It's over. So if they bring the Knights of Ren in and they make them a main villain, I want them to be like a serious threat.
I mean, that would be cool. It would be cool to see that dynamic. I just wonder then, you know, who is going to save the day? Because it can't be Rey. Can't be her.
It has to be, because socially, what else can they do? That's right. What they've set out.
Yeah, so socially, it would have to be her.
Yeah.
If you think about like the dynamics, because like, okay, so Knights of Ren, I know that where you used like a Naruto reference. But even if I think like back in the day, yeah, Superman, when like the Christopher Reeves films where Zod and the other Kryptonians come, yeah, and Superman had to fight them on his ones.
Yeah.
Reality is Rey really gonna stand up against Kylo and the Knights of Ren? No chance. No chance. Bring Finn and Poe Dameron all in there. They'll all get chewed up and spat out. If these are the guys that Luke trained, come on, man. No way.
But the universe handed her a victory in 8, where she come up against a Jedi who's had years of training, and she nearly defeated him.
Listen, there better be.
And I think she only pick up a lightsaber maybe twice before the meeting.
Are you talking about when she had Luke fall to his back when they were on Acto?
That's the thing. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, okay, all right, Star Wars, we'll give you a Bly one time, but you can't run that thing again. You can't do that again the same way. Listen, the universe must have plenty of miracles they could be dishing out to that one person, to Rey on her ones. No, mate. Nah,
do you reckon Kylo Ren is a big enough bad guy to hold the interest of
No. You know, it wouldn't even surprise me if at the end you just see Kylo and Rey just lipsing up, and it's like, oh, it just turns into a romance. And you know, Star Wars, it's got being some action thing, and it ends up being a romantic comedy. And just in there, like flying off into the sunset on a spaceship. I don't know, hyperdrive. Just kissing up at the end of the film. I don't even know anymore. I don't know, man. I'm questioning everything.
So what would make it? Do you think they'd have to have another guy, another villain in to make it work? Like, I don't know, Stoke gets reincarnated or something. Like, so you can't kill me.
Yeah, I almost feel that way. But you know, I do feel like potentially they may do like another team up. That's what I almost feel like would happen. Kylo and Rey again going up against like a bigger baddie, maybe. I don't know. What do you lot think?
I don't know. They started off with some sort of love connection today.
Well, in the first one, not so really. In episode 7, there was no kind of interest like that. But then they tried to do that in episode 8. Which I don't know how I feel about it. It's just something. It's like, to me, it's just a thing. It's just there. It happens, and I don't really care if the relationship progresses or if it doesn't. I don't really care. But
that's the problem, because you don't like anybody.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem. It's like they're gonna have to do something where these guys go on a journey. I mean, this is the last one of the new 3.
Yeah.
And they've got to do something to build a journey where they're trying to come to the end of the film, and they haven't started the journey.
It's true.
And I don't know how they're going to do it in the last film.
I feel like The Last Jedi was a bad version of The Empire Strikes Back, because there's a lot of similarities.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first one was just New Hope, wasn't it? And the 7 was just New Hope.
Yeah.
Revamped.
Yeah.
You know. But it just have been all right if they just told the story with modern technology. If they'd have told it good.
So going back to obviously episode 8 now, and our guy, my namesake, Luke Skywalker. What happened? Like, what was that? What were they doing?
Well, the whole premise was that he was broken after, because he locked himself off from the Force in that film, if I remember correctly. So he locked himself off the Force and he was hiding on Acto because it felt like Kylo Ren had left him, and they slaughtered all of his Jedi that he was training, and they started their own Knights of Ren and left. So he was just hiding in shame as a result of that. So Luke Skywalker had given up basically in that film. which like just does not happen.
But the thing is, they changed his character.
Exactly.
He doesn't give up. He doesn't give up.
Yeah, they did a
Darth Vader.
what if. It was like a what if this happened? What would make him give up? He would have always fought for that.
Yeah. Like it's so disappointing, man, because it's not even like we're talking about, you know, a minor event going on. Like this is, you know, he's like the hope of the universe. You know what I mean? And my man's just sulking on an island. Just
hiding.
Yeah.
Locked off from the Force.
You know what I mean? Like, and you gotta think that this is like Grand Master Luke Skywalker. So after, you know, everything that happened with Darth Vader and the Emperor, you know, he's the shining light for the Jedi. He's teaching new Jedi like the ways of the Force. He's doing bits. He's, you know, superstar status. And, you know, one thing, I appreciate it's a big mistake that happens, but you mean he just packs up everything? It's like, no, I don't want to. And like, no one can even reach him. Like some stupid hidden message that he has. Listen, if Luke was real, yeah, and I knew him,
if Luke was real, the First Order wouldn't start in the first place.
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
They didn't really explain that properly.
Yeah.
They gave it a sentence of how they took over the void.
Yeah.
But after you beat the baddest empire, the empire of the galaxy, how does someone else come in and take over? I don't get that.
But the thing is, I think what the films lack, which the comics kind of make up, is that there is a continuation. And as much as the Emperor is defeated, there's still the whole, you know, we've got to reshape the Jedi Order almost. And I know it wasn't in the same capacity exactly. But you know, you had Luke doing that. You had Luke going on adventures in the comics and so on and so forth and building stuff up. So there was still an enemy that he had to fight. Maybe not one solid force, which is almost represented in the movies. But that's the issue. I mean, we went from seeing this guy defeat the Emperor, save his dad almost, you know, from the dark side. And now he just comes back and it's just like some shadow of the Luke that, you know, everyone fell in love with. And we don't really know what's gone on apart from the fact that he's been teaching some kids, but we don't know anything else.
Yeah, they just missed it. They just papered right over it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just crazy. And then after, because he didn't even is it me or did he not teach Rey anything at all?
He didn't teach her nothing. He said, no, I think she tapped into the Force. And it was so powerful.
Yeah, and she went straight
stay away from it.
Yeah. Oh, you went straight to the dark side. Oh. And he just goes back inside the house and starts hiding again and sulking. Like, what is this, man? What are you doing?
So what direction could 9 go to make people excited again? Apart from add a new robot that we haven't seen already.
Bring the robot and Jar Jar Binks. I want both of them in the same film, dancing and singing.
Nah, you're on your own there, Luke. You're on your own there, bro.
Jar Jar to be in a relationship with a new robot, and they have half, I don't know, some android babies. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, the worst thing is, right, they've got some intelligent androids in Star Wars, yeah. And I don't understand why these androids ain't going on suicide missions.
It's true, you know. They're safe. For me to get excited about the next film, I'd want to see, like I say, like a certain amount of time, which is maybe past in the Star Wars, you know, universe. I mean, even if it's like 2-3 years, I would just like to see, you know, that amount of time to see where everyone is at. And hopefully then to see an increase in the skill level in Rey, in Kylo Ren, like a build up almost. Like, I'm thinking like Dragon Ball Z, mate. I need that time where Goku was like training on his way to Namek. I just need some filler time, which is realistic to see the power levels increase. I don't just want.
But remember, you've got to see a reason why, because they've got no masters. They called the film The Last Jedi. Do you know what I mean?
And what's even worse is that they burnt all the Jedi teachings. Yoda burnt the temple, struck it with lightning.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So what can Rey learn? What can she actually learn?
There must be like a Jedi holocron somewhere. Hiding somewhere, you know. Or maybe then, you know, we do come into contact with another. No. Like you said, the Last Jedi, that did kind of give it away. Yeah.
You know, or maybe they've got to do is not just Jedi and Sith that tap in and use the Force.
Yeah, other Force users.
Just open it up, like, you know, they believed only Sith or Jedi could use the Force, but you was wrong. You know, some other power. I don't know. It's just like I don't know what can make me excited to watch 9.
Kylo Ren isn't a Sith, though. He technically isn't a Sith.
Oh gosh,
Snoke,
no, that's true.
Not Ren.
What was Snoke?
Snoke used to train with Jedi.
Really?
He used to train with the Jedi back in the day, but now he's. I think Snoke is confirmed as Sith, but Ren wasn't.
But he was always talking about joining the dark side so he could be more powerful in the film.
He was, but Ren didn't follow Sith principles, and he's not once ever referred to as a Sith.
That would be right. Then maybe the original Sith has to come up. Just something that we can believe. Say, okay, that's bad.
Yeah, for real. That's what we need.
Lazy said that Rey actually took the books from the island.
She does what?
He took the books from the island, so she's got some of them, so they weren't all destroyed. Rey has some of them.
There you go.
I've only seen this film once, The Last Jedi, and I've had no reason to watch it again after that cinema experience. I just had no reason to watch it twice.
See, I did rewatch it recently.
Did you?
Yeah, because I just wanted, you know, sometimes when you watch something and you're like, did I really give it the benefit of the doubt, or did I give it a fair assessment, or was it actually better?
Go on.
It wasn't any better the second time.
you saw what I meant about Finn, innit?
Yeah, like you said, like every character there had, you know, a great amount of room or potential, like you said, to develop, but it's like everyone just took a step back. It was really a weird film. Like when you think about it, like how, you know, when you watch something and it's like, well, barely anything is actually really happening in this film. I've spent like an hour and 45 minutes watching this. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like,
I think what they could do is like have the 3 main characters more together, interacting.
When you say 3 main characters, who are you talking about? Just so that there's no confusion.
Finn, Rey, and the pilot I keep forgetting. I know it's Poe, but I'm just saying.
So would you not say that Kylo Ren is one of the main characters?
Yeah, but he's got to be the ultimate bad man. Do you know what I mean? Where they go towards.
Mm.
Yeah. But maybe these, you know, like I say, remember Han Solo was used to going with his blasters and saying, I'll have my blasters anytime over your sword. You know what I mean? It was funny.
Yeah. These are no match for a good blaster.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That's what we're missing. You know, it's just, who's the fun person that you can actually just like?
Yeah.
Is that lovable rogue?
Yeah.
You know, But that would have happened if the characters were together doing missions, and then they have to peel off to do something that they have to do.
Yeah, and you get an opportunity to actually learn more about their personalities and who they are, and actually development.
But while it was all separate, nothing happened.
Yeah.
It was like 3 separate missions. We didn't care. The movies went from one mission to the next mission. One mission never made sense because I don't know what Finn was doing.
Did anyone?
Poe he was happy to lose half of his friends just to blood the nose of the Force Order. And Rey's character is not enough for me to like her.
Yeah, bro.
But in the first one, they had a platform where they could have built from.
No, you're right.
So what's going to happen now? If they go forward a few years, is Finn going to be checking that? What's the Chinese woman name?
Yes,
Rose. I hope she's left. I hope they leave her out. I just hope she's left out of episode 9. That would be happy.
Why? You don't like Rose?
No. She brings no value to the franchise.
She belongs in the Flintstones.
In the Flintstones?
What? What's the justification behind that?
Flintstones? Where's that coming from?
She got a hard that. Oh, you know, yeah. You got Finn, yeah, and that's who they tried to couple up with. Hit her.
Yeah, no.
She needs to be with Barney Rubble.
Jeez, man, Barney, you know. I didn't understand.
And they tried to make that a love interest, and it's like, no, everyone's like cringing their face, like, no.
No, I feel like they were. I think they were. I think they were really trying to hint at that. I think they were seriously trying to hint at that. You know, the struggle. She lost her sister, and you know, Finn again. He understands where she's coming from.
And none of us, we was watching it, and we didn't care because the story was weak.
It
was like
sister for like a minute. There was nothing there.
I know, but you know, they were trying to push that. Definitely trying to push that.
They were.
It was like an effort to say, you're not going to do nothing in this movie.
Wow. But that's why they wrote her in, like, because she could have just been a supporting character in the sense that, you know, Finn tried to get off the ship. He saw her, boom, hey, you know, and she could have shocked him. I mean, and they could have left it there. But the fact that she was then on the mission, you know, the whole story with the races and all the rich folk, and you know, the fact that they exploit all those, they look like kids, I suppose, like, you know, like child slaves, and that she comes from that. I don't think she's going to be going anywhere.
No,
she'll be going. I think she'll be coming back stronger, and the fact that then, you know, she like pretty much saved Finn at the end as well. Trust me,
in a mission that made no sense.
What was that mission?
Her saving Finn did more harm than good to the Resistance.
Oh,
oh yeah, they paused that minute in it. It's like, no, do what you have to do and save your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. But I mean, even that scene. I mean, what was Finn on? Like, again, like, what were you actually going to achieve? Because I feel like even if you would have driven that little rinky-tink little space shuttle into the cannon that they had, ain't nothing gonna happen. That thing would have eaten him alive.
It was just stupid. That's what I'm saying. It's like someone said. It's like they turned him into the stupid male.
Yeah.
He was the fall guy. While we look for Poe to be this hero with no charisma, you know, and he started off all right in 7.
Yeah, he was a little bit goofy in 7, but I was willing to overlook that because it was like his beginnings.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I just don't care. I think so. I'm gonna have to be forced into, you know. Yeah, we should just watch it together.
It's true, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then see what happens. And and then do a podcast right after it. So everything's fresh in my memory, and I might remember the names.
Yeah, for real. For real. So, do you think we'll see any other? Well, okay. What are your thoughts about Finn being a Force user?
No, it's too late now.
Too late for that.
No, I don't want that. Yeah,
we don't want that now.
I'm with Alden on that one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That time's gone.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, they left it in the air like, ooh, how come you did that?
Yeah.
And it was exciting, wondering where they were going with that.
Yeah.
And then it went wah, wah, wah. I mean, like, say, don't get me wrong, when he started fighting, he was supposed to lose the fight. I had no problem there. Because that's not his level, you know. But they had it in the air. There's like, I just think they have to do something. If they're gonna they're gonna forward it a few years? Is that what they're gonna do, 9, or is that what people just talking about?
That's the rumor. The rumor is that there'll be a time gap. So kind of like similar to like Return of the Jedi, where there's Empire Strikes Back, and there was a bit of a gap where Luke's like almost fully trained. Well, he was fully trained actually to be a Jedi. So apparently it's going to be kind of similar like that. And I
think the Resistance, they're going to have to go on they've been recruiting and they've got the baddest of the bad. You know what I mean?
That's what I would like to see. Yeah, like the Resistance is a whole new level. Like they're
whole new level.
I mean, like they're stronger and they're really just terrorizing everyone.
You know, what's that film? Rogue One. Yeah. You know, like when they had their little crew together, where they found people on the journey. Yeah. And you had the two guys that were so different, but they were brothers, really. You know, brothers in arms. When they had their little crew, it did look all right.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So they need to do something like find other Force users or something, or just bounty hunters. Maybe you're a bounty hunter and now they work for the good side, or they get the baddest. Like Kylo Ren gets the baddest of the baddest bounty hunters with the best gadgets.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I hear what you're saying.
It's just to bring back the magic, to be fair.
Yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool. I'd love to see something like that. I would just like, I suppose my only concern with that, again, sound like a broken record, is, you know, I just want to make sure that then Ren is in a position, or she's at a stage where she can actually put up a fight.
Yeah, but
without them doing it.
They practically left it as she was an expert with no experience.
She's a Mary Sue.
Mary Sue, yes.
Mary Sue.
The universe handed everything. She didn't have to work for anything. She didn't do anything on her own. I'm not independent. The universe just gave me everything.
Yeah.
Oh no, that bothers me, man.
And it's like, how do they come back from not making her a Mary Sue?
They make her a developed character, an actual developed character, and she needs to lose a fight.
She does. I think that's just like Luke lost his arm.
Yeah.
Hand, sorry. Yeah, she needs to get something chopped off, man.
In episode 7, her fight with Kylo Ren, she should have lost an arm, and Finn's back should have been in pieces.
Yeah, for real. It's true, actually.
If anything, he probably should have been paralyzed permanently, because he was lightsabered in the back, and even that I didn't really agree with, because no swordsman like Kylo Ren is just gonna lightly slice someone across the back. You're gonna chop. That's how lightsabers use them to cut, sever limbs. That's how they've always been used.
Because he's a professional swordsman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they're getting everything wrong.
I mean, what kind of professional swordsman will slowly caress his blade across your back?
You know.
You know, use chop, use damage, impale.
Yeah, man. You're just You're aiming to kill them at the end of the day. You're aiming to take them out.
But that's Disney's issue. They're too soft. They want to keep Star Wars family friendly, but war is not family friendly. War is not friendly.
Yeah, but
It's violent from A New Hope, from when Obi-Wan took off that guy's arm in the canteen.
yes,
that level of violence.
Yeah, but if they want to keep it like friendly, you just add robots as armies, and you can kill them all day, like they did in 4, 5, 6,
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Oh yeah, sorry, I always get confused like that.
Yeah.
2 and 3 was how good was that?
Yeah, the standard thing. I mean, you've seen the same thing in other genres as well, but yeah, I don't know. It's just they need something just to bring the magic back. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So from the Last Jedi,
yeah,
what do you guys think about Yoda's appearance and like his words that he had to say to Luke?
I need a refresher.
To be honest, Yoda's scene was probably one of the only scenes I kind of liked in the film, because it was good to see Yoda's return. And like good, more than anything, it was just good to see another original character make an appearance. But it was almost like he came there to like discipline Luke and like tell Luke to listen. You need to fix up, because you're just carried on here on Acto, like whining like a child, and this ain't Luke Skywalker. And it was after that he decided to like go back and help the Resistance in their fight.
Oh yeah, he does show up in the Force Ghost. I totally forgot about that. You know.
Yeah, that's when he destroyed the temple that Luke had, the mini temple where they were keeping all the Jedi scripts. But by that point, Rey had already taken all the books and kept them, and she actually has them on the Millennium Falcon.
Right. I mean, even though I forgot it, I mean Yoda coming back is cool. And it's nice to see that continuity in regards to, you know, the Grandmaster from back in the day, maybe speaking to like the newest Grandmaster. But I still feel like it's just a sad state of affairs because of how Luke was in general.
Yeah.
Well, at least the actor he had a complaint. He complained, but he should have walked off set.
Maybe. But it's the thing, you know, I feel for Mark Hamill, because, you know, Star Wars is probably, or playing Luke Skywalker has probably been the most prominent role that he's done in his career. And I know he's done.
You can't tell me what else he's done.
Well, I know that he's
not the cameos.
Okay. All I know, well, apart from Skywalker, you just know that he does the voice of the Joker. Right?
Yeah, that's the second biggest thing he's known for.
That's right.
But you know what? He must love the character. He must love Star Wars. So,
of course.
To then be brought back, have an opportunity to reprise the golden role of his career. How do you walk away from that? Even if you have a disagreement with the direction, like, you're still in love with the franchise. How do you walk away from that?
But they didn't even give him Obi-Wan stature.
Yeah.
It's true, you know. Yeah, man. Wow. You
know, just some guy in a cave with no knowledge, no passing of anything. The only thing was missing was a bottle of brandy.
Oh man. Yeah. Completely broken character, and they continue to destroy Luke Skywalker and everything that he stood for.
Yeah.
Well, again, men are getting destroyed, but they're not getting replaced with anything significant.
Nah, that's the thing. I mean, you know, we've lost Luke now, and anyone else in there, there's not his equivalent. There's no, you can compare Ren to him, but really and truly, is anyone really thinking that they're on the same level? Not at all.
Yeah, but there's no journey. She hasn't had a journey. She's just been handed everything.
Yeah. And I still want to know who she is. Like, I don't know. That still bothers me. I still have no idea what the link is. It's from the first one where, like, she gets Luke's. No, is it Luke's? Is it Luke's?
Yeah.
Well, it's Anakin's really. It's Anakin's lightsaber.
And they touch on the fact that, you know, there's some kind of connection there. And I'm like, who is this? Who's this chick? Who is she?
Well, there's a lot of speculation, and apparently there's leaks that Rey's reveal, her origin reveal, apparently is going to be bigger than the "I am your father" reveal from Empire Strikes Back.
There's not. No, you see, that's where they're going wrong. They're trying to tell you that something's going to be bigger.
Mm.
Yeah. It's like back in the day, things happened and people copied the line, and people told you what was big.
Yeah.
Right. There's no. I don't care what they do. Nothing's going to be. They didn't tell you who your father was. Nothing will beat that.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, what would really surprise?
But who? Who's going to be a mother? Who's going to be a father? Who?
Yeah, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Who? Do you know what I mean?
I'm thinking, like, you know, if it's a character that is already in the Star Wars universe, then we're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah. If it's a character that's not, then you're going to be like, well, I don't really care. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just nothing. You know what I mean? It can't be Luke getting jiggy and then, you know, he just booked somebody and left her. Can't be Vader with a love child. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if Rey and Kylo Ren are brother and sister then?
That's what I wondered. I wondered that at one point.
Yeah, if Rey and Kylo Ren are brother and sister.
That would actually incorporate with the stories they've done before.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it would. But then again, you know, you'd still be like, so, you know, did Leia and Han Solo not know that they had another child? Like, what happened there? Or is this from like another relationship from what one of them had? But you'd still be like, oh, okay, so where do we go from here?
Yeah, but what the point is, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what the point is. It's like
that's so true.
Her family, we don't care.
No, we don't. No, we actually don't.
I do. I kind of care. I want to know more about. If I'd have to know the reveal about whose Rey's actual bloodline is to become more interested about the story, about her story. But because
if they
you don't know
gave her a story in the first place, I would be interested.
Yeah, it should have been revealed in episode 8, really, but Rian Johnson just threw that whole idea out the window.
Yeah,
because who's left for this story? That's what I'm saying. There's no one left.
Yeah, it's just the originals plus Lando Calrissian is coming in. No, what would be good? What would be redeeming for Finn's character if Finn was actually the son of Lando Calrissian?
Oh, that would be. No, he's had his story already. So that his parents had died, and they just let the kids in it and just put them in boot camp.
So they say.
Well, there is that. But no, I don't like that idea either. Like I said, I'm not even interested in that.
Yeah, because what's her name? The little in 7, the little woman that gave them the lightsaber, the big googly glasses. I forgot her name. Because she makes a comment about Finn and the fact that she's what is it?
Oh, Maz, you're talking about.
Yeah. But she alludes to the fact that, you know, there's something familiar about Finn. In regards to like who his family were. So I straight away thought that they were gonna fight. There was gonna be a link to Lando, but who knows?
But like I said, they left some things what could have been improved upon.
Yeah.
in 7. But
Definitely.
I don't know. You have to care about these characters, and at the moment, I don't care about none of them. So it's like it's really covered the board, really, because I don't care about the female character, I don't care about the black character, and I don't care about the white character. And it's like I just don't care about the characters. Yeah.
Just in general,
Just
I'm good.
Just in general, it's just like, well, I'm just so nobody gets left out. You know what I mean?
Not even Chewbacca. Come on, man.
He'll always get a bly. He's not in the argument. You know what I mean?
Big up.
But maybe
Big up
they
Chewie.
can, you know. But even though Chewie getting old now,
I was thinking that, like, how do
right?
Wookiees
Chewie should have like 10 kids hidden somewhere. You know what I mean? Or maybe Chewie hooked up with one of them Ewoks there. and you have a human-sized hairy thing what can chat lyrics. I don't know. Give me something.
Chewie needs to be out. Chewie's been out there, you know, just on his escapades with Han Solo, though, man. He ain't had time for that.
Yeah, but now Chewie. But now they've got to relax on Chewie because his partner's gone. It was the chemistry between the two that made it great.
Yeah. And now we have Chewie and Rey instead.
That ain't gonna work. No, because them two used to argue like brethren.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Chewie's going, "Arr!" and he's responding back to him like he said lyrics.
Yeah.
And it was funny, and we loved it.
It's not going to work the same way. Definitely.
They haven't got that dynamic. They haven't got the fun. And the worst thing is, they didn't have no fun in the film.
Which one? I feel like 7 there was elements of fun, definitely.
7 was elements of fun because in the first one where Rey and Finn first met, it's like Finn running around going, Rey, Rey, Rey.
Yeah.
Getting everything wrong anyway. But it was just funny. Rey, not doing nothing. It was just like every time he's trying to save her, he was getting saved. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like the scene with when they're on the Millennium Falcon when they first go on there, that was one of my favorite scenes in a film. Like, and that big alien thing is just chasing them around, and you know, they have to like basically survive and get off. Like, I thought that was brilliant. That was a lot of fun, but like I said, after that, the next film,
no fun.
Nah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
the only bit of fun is probably the robot rolling around.
Yeah.
Going
BB-8.
Yeah, but even BB-8, I mean, you know, it's the thing though with Star Wars, isn't it? Like, you know, you got a brilliant opportunity, but really all they've done is they have just recreated those same roles and just brought them back into a new film. Fair enough, I know we've only got 1 droid now instead of 2, but you do think maybe it would have been just to be original.
But what they've lost is the dynamic, because between the 2 droids, like R2D2 and 3CPO or whatever,
yeah,
them 2 were funny.
Yeah,
they're in the C-3PO is in this, but it's the last time he's ever filming. So they
really?
recently, I think last week, I believe they finished filming C-3PO shots. So he's in the film. Him and R2, I believe, are both in the film.
But then, but again, we're talking about dynamics and how they and rapport and how they get on and how they feed off each other and how we feel the connection.
Yeah,
when we're watching it.
Yeah,
they've scrapped that in these films. They've gone for a basic storyline. No one really likes anybody. It's not that important. And we're just there for this horrible ride. Like, well, at least we see some planes shoot each other out. You know what I mean? I just know.
So one theory that's going around at the moment, that some of my subscribers have been talking about too, is, you know, the same way how Anakin Skywalker wasn't really born naturally conceived. He was created by Palpatine, and Palpatine used his mother and he used the powers of the dark side and the Force to create Anakin. He was the chosen one.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was because remember in episode 1, she says there was no father. And in the comic series not too long ago, it was confirmed that Palpatine is the father. Palpatine manipulated the midichlorians within her body to create Anakin. So Anakin was his chosen one, and his fate was to destroy the Jedi, which is why Palpatine chose him, was why Palpatine created him. But a lot of people are theorizing that the same thing as with Rey, because in Episode 8, where Snoke talks a lot about his connection that he made between Snoke, Rey, and Kylo, and there's a lot of talking about the similarities between her origin story and Luke and Anakin's. Rey wasn't a slave, but she was nobody on a desert island, desert planet. No one knew who she was. Her parents apparently left her, all that kind of stuff. So people are potentially saying that there could be a very similar story between the two.
So does that mean we're going to get another prequel film of how they rescued Rey as a baby and watched over her like Luke?
Yeah, he's almost like the sequel, chosen one, in theory.
I mean, it would be, yeah. I suppose it would maybe create a bit more depth to our character, because at the moment it's almost like in one part of me feels like Rey must have some deep history. There's got to be some amazing link with some, super impressive Force user or Jedi or Sith. And on the other hand, sometimes I'm like, bro, maybe she's just some any regular person that can just use the Force. So, the fact that is potentially going to be the last Jedi, does that mean that she's a significant one, or does that just mean that she's the last one? And I suppose that's what we're gonna find out.
Yeah, they have to make her significant. It's tough now because of how poor her journey was handled in Episode 8. But she has to be significant.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it's true. It's how they do that. I don't know if the whole, she was made and not, like genetically modified almost. I don't know if that's really gonna engage with the Star Wars fans. I feel like everyone's looking for something deeper now in regards to who this character is. That link to someone of, in the Star Wars lore, if you want to call it Star Wars history, would be more effective than just saying, "Oh yeah, we made her. And that's why she's the new chosen one."
Well, and we did choose her.
Yeah, man. So I don't know.
It come like the Matrix. There's been 251 before you.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine we just restarted the universe. We just kickstarted it. We'd see how you reacted. That would be a bit. I feel like that would be like almost a, them when you watch films or stuff, and then it's like, or an episode of like a show, and it's like, oh, we woke up and it was a dream. May as well just do that, just to undo all the mess that you've created, or just retcon the whole universe. So,
but one thing they have to do, they'd have to start the first scene with a bang. Yeah, where they're taking losses.
Yeah, but not stupid losses like Episode 8. Because when Episode 8 started, I was thinking, okay, this is, the Resistance are going on the offensive for a change. They're actually putting in a good attack. And it just all went sideways.
Yeah.
And they brought out those stupid bomber ships. Like the worst Star Wars ships I've ever seen.
Thanks, man. I mean, come on.
And they were just getting killed off one by one to drop one little bomb on I think it was Snoke's ship that they were attacking, and it was still ineffective.
Yeah,
hugely ineffective. It was just so foolish.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like it's gone downhill from the Death Star, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, even the Death Star had a good origin story.
Oh yeah, Rogue One did that beautifully. I watched that again on Sundays. Yeah. Brilliant film.
But it's the fact that it was making this ultimate ship that could destroy planets. That was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a plan. What I'm saying is, when it was finished, but there was a plan. If they completed the ship, they'd have the ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even that ship has got an origin story on history.
Yeah.
And he followed it, but they just haven't. They ain't done anything. They ain't, you know, they just started off with a weapon that that needed to charge up for long enough for you to not, you know what I mean? It just, I'm just so disappointed. I want to be a Star Wars fan again. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. A tough time to be a Star Wars fan, indeed.
It is, man. It really is.
And like I say, every time they put something out now, it's just weak. Yeah. And all the stuff they're trying to put out is like actually what Disney are doing. They're just putting out stuff to sell toys.
And even that's not working.
And it's not working.
Done.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. That's the thing, you know. It's that kind of sad, you know, always just talking about the old days, and you know, I don't want to do that. But that's what I feel like I'm always doing with Star Wars. I'm always reminiscing rather than enjoying the current content. And there's very, very few genres or like, you know, institutions where I'm always saying that.
Yeah.
Actually, I prefer all of the old stuff. There's nothing new that can come out that can really, really impress me. And that's kind of where I am as a fan at the minute. Like staying because of loyalty, but more so curiosity than like a genuine, oh yeah, I can't wait excitement.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Disney aren't the ones to run it. George Lucas wasn't perfect, but he had the vision, and he had a plan. He had a plan for the sequel trilogy, because he was always with the phrase that there was no episode 7. Like episode 6 was it for him, and that was it. But after Disney, he had sold it to Disney. He came to them for scripts for the other 3 films, and he scrapped it. And he said, "No, we'll do it our own way."
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. I don't know what the scripts were, but some people in the chat might know. But that's what happened. A few people have told me that a few times. But George, he actually, can you imagine if the sequel trilogy was actually directed by George Lucas, by the man with the vision, when he started it all? I don't think we'd be in the same position. I mean, when the prequels first came out, a lot of people were divided, mostly because of the first film. But I don't think he would have made the same mistakes with the newer films.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. I think the first film, like Phantom Menace, fair enough. That wasn't great.
That was a dud.
I think that one was panic.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But like Attack of the Clones, and
fantastic.
Yeah, like from there, like 2 and 3, they were good. Like, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed those films.
That was brilliant. But you saw the story; they built the character up.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and you know, the fact that, you know, from 2 and 3, you could see like Anakin. You could physically see him getting older. You could see how he was changing.
Yeah, you could see the dark side in him from early.
Yeah, you could see that.
Yeah,
see that. It's cool, man. You can see him, like, obviously he got brought up by Count Dooku in the second film. You know, you had great characters. You got your Mace Windu, you got Yoda in the second film, where like they're all in the battle. And there's that big old battle royale. I was like, yo, this is what you want to see.
Yeah.
Like a Jedi throwdown. Yes, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
General Grievous. They just added all the bounty hunt. It was just all going on. It was just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that you wanted to see.
Yeah. And in episode 3, you come in and they're dealing with Count Dooku. You see Anakin, and you're like, "Wow, this guy is
by himself."
Yeah, he's up in the levels right now. Like the fact that Obi-Wan got knocked out and he just dealt with Dooku, I was like, "Yeah, all right, I'm here for this." And then to see, you know, just the dark side just take over, it's kind of sad at the same time. But you're like, wow, when he bops into the Jedi temple and he's got his hood up and like the Padawan him. And you just feel like, oh,
you can see the evil now. He's converted.
Yeah,
he's crossed over.
Yeah,
Come on. You're talking about different characters, journeys, everything. You like all the different characters. It's like they've got like 4 characters and a big budget film, and the rest and everyone else is an extra. Which where are the extra characters that you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Bring back some of the aliens now that was sitting in the bar.
Wait, Most Likely Cantina.
I mean, even Richard Pryor did a comedy sketch in Star Wars. I don't know. You might be too young, Wes, to have seen this, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll watch that later.
Right, but it was just funny.
Yeah,
You know, you could just have any. You know, they could do so much. Yeah, and these guys ain't got no imagination. You know, it's like if anybody who had anything with the production of, was it 7 and 8, just sack them. Get someone else.
but still, see, I enjoyed 7. I think it was a good way to come back in. It's just a flop. It was a good start. Yeah, I feel like it was a good start. It was a good start to rebuild the brand. But this is the thing, I think, people have been saying it in the comments as well, that, you feel like now it's more so just about the money, because the story is like
weak.
Yeah, and if you've got George Lucas himself, like, okay, I wasn't really on 7 and 9, but you guys want to run with it, so listen, here's some stuff for you to work with, and them to be like, nah, it's okay, we're gonna go in our own direction. Come on, man, you don't care about fans.
No,
you can't. Nah, you can't fully care about fans.
I think, well, I don't know. I don't think they know what they're gonna do. They're hoping whatever they're gonna do is to try and rescue it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people are gonna go watch it. Like,
God, yeah. Even everybody that's complaining about it is gonna go and see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's no doubt. But what used to happen is if people used to watch it 3 or 4 times in the cinema.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah. That's why The Force Awakens made 2 billion. Because everyone who watched The Force Awakens watched it twice.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And you got to think, when a film is that good, like you do. I mean, I know we're talking about Star Wars, but I remember last year, Black Panther. I know guys that had gone to watch that film 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Same film.
Because you know why? Because it was original.
Yeah.
I mean, the story is the same. Don't get me wrong. The blueprint for the story as a Marvel film was there.
Yeah.
But because it was they were showing like Wakanda could have been in space.
Yeah, it's true.
It was so dynamic, interesting, different ways, and they brought something different to any other film.
Yeah.
That's why people watched it and loved it. Did it win anything in the Grammys? I don't really watch them things.
I think it's won. I don't know. I don't know if it won like a Golden Globe, potentially. It may have won an Oscar for like best something, but I don't know. I don't think it probably did as well as the stats would suggest that it should have done.
Well, the money sells as it should have done.
Yeah.
But with Star Wars, they could add something like that because they're in space. They could do what they like.
Anything they want. Yeah.
They could bring in Amazon aliens, Wakandians, people that live in the sea, in ships filled up with water, something.
Yeah.
It's just endless. I've just said 3 stupid things were still better than what they've done.
Yeah, for real, man.
What do you guys want to see from Lando Calrissian in episode 9?
Who?
Lando Calrissian. What do you want to see from him in episode 9?
Maybe his offspring.
Bro, exactly. Is he still alive?
Well, if Solo he was alive, he can be alive because them man they were kicking it back in the day.
No, he's in episode 9. That's confirmed. He's in it.
Yeah. Well, see, yeah, what they need to do there is it'd probably be him having a girl would probably be better. A young woman that kick ass and just bring a different dynamic. And if they want to do a little girl power, as long as they don't do it cheesy, they could do it. but without saying girl power. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because that's the problem that we have.
Yeah.
Because they're putting out all these films now, yeah, and it's like, and the problem is, it's like you're seeing 8 stone girls at the moment beating up 15 stone men, and it's just like, come on now, you know, you know what I mean? It's like, really, you know,
Yeah.
being wrong, but like they're just not putting things in context properly because they've got this message they want to say, like, you know, we've been downtrodden for so long, and now we're on the up and up. This is our time now, and the way they're doing it just makes it cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I can't believe they're happy with how it's going on. Because if you're strong and intelligent, you want to come off strong and intelligent. Not that we're giving you something.
Yeah, definitely.
Let them have the bootstraps conversation.
I don't. Yeah, I hear you, bruv. I mean, I wouldn't even. Almost, I don't really care about Lando Calrissian now.
Why?
Why?
How can you not care about Lando, man?
I didn't really care about him in the original films.
What?
Well, you got to remember, Wes. See, you're young. You see, he was only added in because of complaints.
Yeah.
There wasn't no ethnic representation.
Yeah, so
That was the only reason he come in, and they probably thought, all right, then we'll add you in, but you're gonna have to have your hair permed.
that's so good in that film, bruv. I'm telling you. But yeah, I just don't feel like he was enough of an important character for me to really have any investment in. And now I feel like his introduction, well, you know, they may surprise me, but I feel like his introduction into episode 9 is going to be for what? Like, what are you going to try to achieve through him? Solo came back, and Solo, bless him, he was trying. But if you watch my man running in episode 7, you know that Han Solo, like, he's struggling. Yeah, Chewbacca is obviously a fountain of youth, so he's not getting old. Luke Skywalker's come back, and he was just soft. He was just an embarrassment to everyone else. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. She's probably the only original cast member that came back that had anything that I could look at and be like, okay, yeah, stand-up performance. Okay, fair enough. Han Solo in the first one as well. But
Yeah.
Lando, bro, all I'm really looking forward to is seeing what kind of cape he wears. I hope it's glistening. I hope it's gold and it's shiny. Apart from that,
and I hope he has a alien on the left and an alien on the right in dresses.
I hope he don't have that perm. I hope that he's rocking like I don't know, just a nice fade or something like that, or he's got a decent hairpiece.
No, but they kept the perm for the other film, isn't it?
Allowed a perm, man. Allowed a perm.
See, the thing is, they're behind the times because they don't know people are going natural these days.
Exactly. You need to be rocking a fro or just that nice fade with some waves. I don't know. But what about?
I reckon Lando can play a character of significance. He was a significantly important character in Return of the Jedi because he led the assault on the second assault on the Death Star, and he also assisted in saving Han Solo from Jabba's palace. And he was a key role. And to be honest, he was one of my favorite roles in Return of the Jedi because of like his character and his charisma and the energy that he brought to Return of the Jedi was great, especially when he was flying the Falcon and in the space battle of Endor. I thought he was brilliant in that. There are rumors, and they are just rumors at the moment, that Lando's going to have very small and quick screen time within episode 9. So he'll be there, but it's not even going to be like Han Solo equivalent levels of screen time. Like it's going to be very minuscule. So he'll be playing a supporting character.
There's no point having him in there unless he's gonna, like I say, it'll have to be offspring.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It'd even be fun if it was twins, and they, you know what I mean, and they work together. Something just different and new to be part of that team to go against the First Order.
How will you guys feel if Lando dies in episode 9?
We don't care.
Really? Wow.
Everyone else is dying. They've lived their life, innit?
Yeah.
For once, Han Solo can die, everybody else can die.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. My connection dropped out. Sorry.
No worries. We were just asking, how would you, your opinion would probably be very similar to Alden's, but how you feel if Lando died in episode 9?
Say that again. How would I feel if Lando died in episode 9?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I genuinely just wouldn't. I wouldn't really be that fussed. I feel like they would need to. For me to feel differently, they would need to. They would need to make me again feel invested in the character. Yeah, but apart from the fact that he's going to be like the only 1 out of 2 black people in the film, and that would just annoy me if they killed him off for that reason. But apart from that, it wouldn't really faze me because significance as a character for me, it's not up there. So that's it. What about you?
Nelson,
I answered that already. I spoke for you. We wouldn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you can bring him in with his offspring being part of the main battle.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I agree with you. I feel like there needs to be a continuation now because these characters are getting older, and apart from Luke, who was a Jedi master, these guys, as much as they've done great feats, they're just old. They're older people now, and to believe that they're going to be running around and doing backflips and shooting up people is unrealistic now because you can see the age on them, and I feel like it would be silly then to try and force that narrative like, oh yeah, let's bring in these superheroes. Nah, we need we've got the heroes now. They just need the training to do what they need to do. Like, let these guys just be the wise advisors instead.
Yeah, we'll see, because what they've done is like the whole franchise, like where in was it 4, 5, 6?
Yeah.
Is that my mic going off like that?
No, it's Luke.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's like they had so much built in, like they had a government. You know what I mean? They had hierarchy. They had people giving orders. There was, you know what I mean? You had the good and the bad, and they both had. What was it now? They both had meat in it. You know what I mean? They had it was proper. And now what we've got now is we've just got this ragtag. I'm the First Order. There's no generals that you like. There's one general. There's nothing else. They're just foot soldiers. Yeah. There's a rebel alliance. And it's just 2 scrappy people scrapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And it's just poor.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it needs fixing. We need Lucas back. I've seen people say it in the chat earlier on, but yeah,
he's not coming back though.
He ain't coming back, but
the only thing Lucas can do is let this thing play out and then let a few years go by and then start the universe again. But it's got nothing to do with flipping Skywalker and this and that.
So would that then, a completely new Star Wars universe?
If Star Trek can do it, Star Wars can do it.
You know what? That's not bad. It's not a bad point. What do you guys think of like a live action Star Wars series?
So there's one coming, which is called The Mandalorian. But that's all about bounty hunters, and I think it's set in between. Again, it's set in between episode 3 and episode 4. But it's about bounty hunters and just like the criminal underworld of Star Wars. I think we touched on briefly. That's actually coming. I think that's supposed to come out this year on the new Disney streaming service. I'm not too fussed about it, but a lot of people are really have a lot of anticipation for it, and I'm really looking forward to it. But for me, now, I'd much rather prefer like have a live action story about like Darth Maul's training or about Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine, something more like that. Because I think the bounty hunters are cool, but an entire series devoted to them, I'm not sure. I don't think I'd be willing to be fully invested in that. But I love the live action Star Wars TV show. I think it's well needed.
Yeah, I think it would be such a cool direction to move in. But similar to you, I would agree. I'd like to see something, either based around a Jedi or a Sith. Because I feel like, the bounty hunters and so on and so forth, you can build them into that also.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, how about a bounty hunter and there's a young boy who's got the Force, but he doesn't know he's got the Force?
Yeah.
You see? And then in the development, like in his experiences, he uses it by accident and finds out, he doesn't know what it is, but he's got it. He's good at, gambling, and he gets into trouble. Something, you know what I mean? Bring back the rogue stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, they can do a decent spin-off. They can do decent spin-offs. Because I'm watching a decent spin-off of Star Trek right now on Netflix, and that's all right.
Yeah,
So,
they definitely can.
So there's nothing stopping Star Wars, yeah, because that used to be the battle. Which one's better? And Star Wars always used to win.
Yeah.
So there's nothing stopping them doing good spin-offs. There's nothing stopping them from doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Nels just made a point in the channel that Kylo Ren isn't scary, and he looks.
He wasn't scary. He was a brat.
No,
he looked like my dad's old belt would deal with his Force.
Oh my day.
You know what I mean? What do you mean? How are you letting all this emotion cloud your judgment? Come here.
You lips, mate.
You know what I mean?
He lost all form of intimidation as soon as he took off the helmet.
Yes.
Like when he first came out in episode 7, because of he had that look, that feel about him, and when he was the first person we ever saw to actually like freeze a blaster with his Force power, it was very engaging. It was like, okay, we're seeing stuff we've never seen before. This is this new guy, Kylo Ren. Seems quite serious, but as soon as he took off that mask, I was like, okay, like intimidation levels went down to 0.
Yeah, proper. It's true. I mean, we didn't even like Darth Vader without the mask on because he just looked mash up.
In the bit where let me see you with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, I didn't want him to take it off.
That was awful. It was like, nah, man, put the mask back on, bruv. Nobody with the.
But the thing is, I suppose they had to do it that way because Darth Vader had a reason for having the mask.
Yeah.
Again, it had a story.
Yeah. It's true.
And like we see him looking like that, we didn't know what it was.
Yeah. But it turns out Ren now he's only wearing the mask because he wants to imitate his grandfather.
And he didn't even know him.
Yeah.
That was a stupid connection. What was the connection there? None.
Yeah, even Snoke, he actually says to him, I don't know if it's in 7 or 8, he's like, take that ridiculous mask off your face or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so
even he don't rate you, bruv. How are we gonna rate you?
Yeah, they should. They really should have done. They should have actually gone back further and done a story of how. It's like they should have done like a story on how Kylo Ren was from the schools training with Luke and everything was happy, and he was vexed with everything and how. Do you know what I mean?
How it came to be, yeah. How
it come to be for him to be in the First Order, and then they should have just gone with a nice Rey story, kind of. I think Marvel set a blueprint of what they've done. You know what I mean? Kind of do it slow but good.
Marvel's been planning. They planned the MCU for like 10 years. From Iron Man 1, they had a plan.
It was a great plan, and if they're gonna do loads of films, they've got to have these things just in place. You know, so it's like Game of Thrones. They could do a prequel of Game of Thrones because there's so much history.
Yeah,
for real. And in those conversations, you hear them in the show, even though you ain't seen it. You know, it still provides the context for stuff. And I think you're right, man.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking. That's what we're talking about. Good script writing, really. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, we're not getting that. They're subsidizing it with special effects, and it's not holding.
Going back to what you were saying earlier. Yeah, sorry to cut in, mate. But going back to what you were saying earlier about Kylo Ren, you know, being like fantasizing, just being obsessed with Darth Vader. Do you think that Kylo Ren was potentially speaking or was being spoken to by Darth Vader's ghost? Because in the actual, because that's what we were saying about the concept art, where there was a version of Anakin.
But then he realized his mistake. And he crossed Darth Vader in the end. Come over back to the good, the light, side of the Force. So he wouldn't be speaking to. It's like, where did he get that energy from? Where in Darth Vader's last breaths become Anakin again.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah? So his spirit now, he wouldn't have known this, but his spirit wasn't Darth Vader again.
Well, that's the thing, because in the concept arts, there's a spirit of Anakin, but he's also like half Anakin, half Vader. So potentially, maybe that could have been who Kylo was talking to. Because in the scene where he's looking at Darth Vader's broken mask in Episode 7, and he's saying like, "Show me the dark side again. Like, I want you to guide me." And you see,
yeah, but that was stupid because because he crossed over by then.
Because Vader turned back to the light by then.
Yeah, who was defeated by the man he was training. So who would you emulate? The defeated or the victor?
Some people are the defeated.
I'm just saying they just didn't think about this at all. Even if they had somebody, a Sith Lord, manipulating his emotions from far, turning him against Luke.
Yeah.
Turning him like he didn't have his own mind, and he was just something to just justify, a decent storyline.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do now? They're going to fast forward it. They're going to try and mess around with some battles. I don't know what the story is going to be like. There's like, I bet you'd have got Finn running around doing nothing again.
I think I'm hoping Finn will have redemption. This one is done by JJ, so this one's been done by the same guy who did Episode 7. So I'm hoping there's redemption for Finn and Rey. Out of everyone, though, out of all the characters, I want redemption the most, probably for Kylo Ren.
Yeah, same.
He has to be. Yeah, he needs to be the ultimate bad man. Like, in some way, they've got to make him have a scene where he's learned his craft.
Yes.
But this emotional stuff, the war inside him made him look weak.
I think the war inside him was better justified in they did a much better job of it in 7 than 8, because his whole dynamic is that Anakin was a light side hero who evidently felt the pull towards the dark. And we saw that in Attack of the Clones when he killed all the Sand People, and we saw it in Episode 8 with 3 where he just went full on dark side. But Kylo Ren is the reverse. He's someone in the dark who keeps feeling the pull to the light, and that dynamic is quite interesting. But they then went from that dynamic in Episode 7 to in Episode 8 him feeling not even. In fact, they didn't really explore him feeling the pull to the light in Episode 8. It was more just like he's just a whiny teenager and he's trying to impress Snoke. It was completely different.
And what I don't like as well, because like Anakin, remember the Jedi Order didn't want him because he was too old because of his feelings for his mother. Kylo Ren had two of the best parents in the world.
It's true, man. That was
He had no reason to go off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, man.
It just doesn't make any sense. And for him to idolize someone that turned good in the end, it's just rubbish.
Yeah. I feel like episode 8 almost made me forget as well that he actually killed his dad. Which
for no reason.
It may as well have been. It may as well have been now. Because again, like we're waiting, thinking, yeah, okay, maybe he's gonna go full dark side now. He's killed his dad. That's it. He's committed.
Yeah.
And episode 8 rolls around and it's like, oh, no, I'm sad. And you're just like, oh, come on, man. What was that for then? Poor Han Solo. For what?
Yeah, it's like I didn't even like his death. It should have been his son should have been a real evil git, and Han Solo should be shooting him with his blasters, not trying to talk to him.
Father versus son, yeah, straight.
Because if it was my child, I was trying to say, you better come back over this side here. It's going to be happening with beating.
How did, man?
I'm just saying. Your child goes on the wrong path and you're going to try and talk to your child. But obviously, while the child was going on the wrong path, you was obviously talking and not beating. I'm just talking in the context of films.
Of course, yeah.
And my child's an adult. And Kylo Ren was an adult when he started going off the rails. So I'm not talking about children beating.
Yeah.
Man beating. Man to
Yeah.
man.
Oh, man.
I kind of
good films were made out of.
I think the death was done all right. But again, I just feel like afterwards it kind of lost its value completely because you didn't see anything build from that apart from you didn't see anything from that.
Yeah, he didn't become a greater bad man after that. He wasn't scary after that.
Yeah.
Maybe what they should have done was like Han Solo should be shooting him with his blasters and then get him in his face and then he's forced to wear the mask.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Because again, like I know we're going back again, but if you look at episode 3, when Anakin went into the temple, you knew at that point there's no going back now.
Yeah.
That was where he went full dark side.
When he started killing off the younglings, man, I was in pain when I saw that.
Yeah,
that was hard. That's a hard watch.
Yeah.
But we get Kylo Ren, who's he's killing his dad, and afterwards, like you just feel like, oh well, what was the point? Like, okay, so your dad's dead now. Where do we?
Now what?
Yeah, basically, like, okay, did that happen by accident? Did you film that scene by mistake and then, just not cut it out? Because there really is no continuation from this. Like, what was the point in you doing that?
Yeah. And the thing is, talking about episode 7 is after Rey beat Kylo Ren, which I'm still like not happy about, she sliced his face quite dramatically. And then to me, because Kylo had no reason to wear his mask other than his obsession with Vader. But for me, after that moment where Rey and she cut his face good, like they drastically reduced the scar in episode 8, but in 7 she cut him good. After that moment, I thought, all right, now he has a legit reason, like to wear that mask to hide. Because if he wants to hide that scar, that's a perfect reason for him to wear the mask. But in episode 8, they reduced his scar dramatically and they made it less significant. And
they should have done what Master Windu done, mate, to the Emperor before he was the Emperor, when the lightsaber was right in his face.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have done anything to make she's the reason why I have to wear this mask.
Yeah,
something.
Exactly.
Because we don't ever want to see his face again.
Wow.
No, it was an intimidation factor. I get that.
But now we've seen his face. Doesn't matter whether he wears it or not.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Now that we've seen his face, it really doesn't. But
I just think there just needs to be a bigger evil.
Yeah. And now Snoke's out of the picture. Yeah, my only thoughts, the only people I think it could be is probably the Knights of Ren or some new guy that we've never heard of before.
yeah, man. They should bring back Savage Opress. That's who they should bring back. Darth Maul's brother. He was a G.
But that's what I'm saying. They could have used reference from Clone Wars.
Listen, that was a great show, man.
It was fantastic. But you know, they've got great characters. Use them.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Right, gentlemen. I'm gonna have to cut out of this.
All right, Alden. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here again, buddy.
Okay. You just let me know what the next subject is. We need to have a subject where we're not going around saying exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I'll think about that in for the next one we have next week, man.
Okay then.
Yeah, definitely agree, man.
But I'm signing out.
Later.
Cool. I think we'll probably skip the Q&A this time round, unless anyone has any burning questions. But I think this could be probably will be the end of the podcast. So yeah, thanks to everyone who's joined and watched us ramble about Star Wars today. Hopefully I'll see you all on the next podcast. Thanks for joining as well, Luke, man.
No problem, man. Take it easy.
All right, catch you later.